Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Let's talk about the importance of creating a fitness routine for you to learn to not only be consistent, but hopefully achieve the fitness goals that you had in mind when you started working out. A lot of times, people will leave their fitness routine to chance. They'll leave it up to feelings regarding when it is they want to go and what's going on in their life. And the problem with this is often with fitness because, let's face it, even after working out for 20 years, it's something that's uncomfortable. It's never going to feel as good as sitting down and watching TV or just relaxing. There's always going to be an endeavor to it. And so when we leave something like this up to our minds, whether we feel like going, whether we don't feel like going, the chances are totally against us for actually wanting to get up and make it to the gym. But if you create a routine for yourself, you take your thinking, you take your mind, you take your emotions, you take those things out of the equation and you just learn to follow a schedule. And when you learn to follow that schedule and you stick to that pattern, regardless of whether your workout is going to be good or bad, regardless of what feelings you may have about going on that specific day, then you're going to turn this into something that's automatic. We all know that patterns dictate a large portion of what we do on a day-to-day basis. And so when we can learn to make fitness also a part of that pattern, then we're going to be able to create a level of consistency that I find most people just aren't able to establish. And there's many ways you could actually set up a schedule for yourself. What I like to personally do is I tend to go in 5 days a week. I'll do chest on Monday, back on Tuesdays. I'll take a break on Wednesday. Then I'll do shoulders Thursday, arms Friday, and legs on Sunday. And that's it for me. It's very simple. If I have time between any of those, I tend to do a little bit of ab work, but that is the core of my schedule. That's how I know what I'm going to be doing on any certain day. And if I happen to miss one of those days, I don't beat myself up for it. It's life. We get busy. I just jump right back on to what my schedule is going to be depending on what the next day is. Now, you could split that up however you like based on what works for you and what your goals are. So many people will do, upper body, lower body, front half, back half. Some people will work out 3 days a week. You could just do chest, back, legs if you work out 3 days a week. If you're not somebody who's weight training, as much as I encourage weight training, if that's just not where you're at in this process right now, you just tend to, do a lot of cardio activity. If you know that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to be in the gym on the treadmill, or Monday's treadmill, Wednesday's Stairmaster, however it is you want to split up, create a routine for yourself and learn to stick to that schedule, and you'll find that working out gets a lot easier. Think about it like going on a vacation. Sometimes you go on a vacation, you have no idea what you're going to do. You just wing it. You go here, you go there. You realize that there's several opportunities that you could have taken advantage of, but you didn't because you planned it. Compare that to that vacation you take where you know everything that's going to happen, right? This is my experience. If you go on a cruise, or you just have somebody who's with you who's part of that group who loves to detail everything in the trip. Think about those vacations where you don't even have to utilize your mind in that process. You know exactly where you're going to be, and it just flows throughout the day. And then after that vacation, you say, wow, that was really easy. I didn't have to, we didn't have to argue amongst each other as a group about what we're going to do. We didn't have to look things up as we go along. We just kind of flowed through everything and we had a great time. That's how I look at the fitness routine as well. You could take your mind out of the equation. You know what you're going to do, and that isolates the only challenge for you as just showing up. And when you can simplify it to that extent, it's going to make it that much easier. So again, the routine is up to you, but create a schedule, learn to stick to that schedule, and eventually you'll start establishing some patterns. And eventually you'll be in a place where you work out consistently and somebody is saying, "Hey, I wish I had your level of discipline. I wish I could be like you. You make it look easy." And you'll know what you put in to get into that process. But it starts with creating a schedule and developing a pattern. So that is it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.